A former cop of the year in Texas was exposed as a member of Mexico's toughest drug cartel. This is an unbelievable story. Free Thought Project reports on this. Quote, a former officer of the year has been accused of secretly working for Los Zetas cartel in a drug trafficking conspiracy in operation since 2006. The nephew of Houston police officer Noe Juarez, or perhaps that's supposed to say Noel, but it's cut off, though I'm not sure, was sentenced to 33 years in federal prison after caught smuggling 1,640 kilograms of cocaine throughout the southern states and East Coast. His brother was later charged along with Officer Juarez for participating in a conspiracy to distribute 5 or more kilograms of cocaine. Juarez was also charged in a separate conspiracy to possess firearms in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. According to newly released court documents, they also provided the cartel with firearms, pepper spray, bulletproof vests, luxury vehicles, police scanner radios, and sensitive information to Los Zetas cartel members. Okay, that's unreal. So I need everybody to understand completely what's happening here. It's not like it was a tentative loose connection every once in a while. Something happens where you needed a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and there's some sort of connection there. No, the dude was like part of the cartel. Like he was somebody who it was a cop of the year in Texas, and he's working with them all the time and giving them all these different things, police scanners, luxury vehicles, pepper spray, bulletproof vests, guns, all this stuff. And I bet you there are many people who hear this story and they're like, duh. Now, maybe us on the outside are naive. I mean, look, I follow corruption in U.S. politics all the time. But this is an extra level of corruption where some would say, hey, come on, man, you're bordering on conspiracy theory there. I don't know, is it conspiracy theory? I admittedly don't know much about the arguments with the CIA and how the CIA was intricately involved with the drug trade and they were selling it and pushing it and it was purposefully to hurt black communities and all that stuff. I don't know the details of that. Is it true? Maybe. But when I read stuff like this, I go, yeah, there's a decent chance it is true. Why? Because you don't need a formal conspiracy when like interests converge. This is something that I actually think George Carlin pointed it out. Where he says, you don't need a smoke-filled back room when it's people who, hey, you know, I'm a cop in this place and I don't make all that much money and I'd like to make more money and I don't have any moral qualms against drugs. I think drugs are fine. I drink alcohol, whatever, and they get involved and next thing you know, they're like a top official working with a barbaric drug cartel. You know, there's an easy way to stop this. Legalize, tax, and regulate drugs. If you don't do that, what's going to happen? There's going to be a monopoly on the drug market from the cartels. So the people who are doing the crime are the people who are going to get all the money and all of the power. If you legalize, tax, and regulate, what's going to happen? CVS and Walgreens and this liquor store at the corner and this supermarket brand and Jack Daniels and everybody else, all the corporations and all normal people who are not beheading people in rural parts of Mexico as part of a drug cartel, they're going to start selling the drugs. And it's going to be part of the economy, and it's going to be safer because it's regulated, and it's going to bring us revenue because it's taxed, and you can do education programs about the drugs, and you can fund rehabilitation centers so when people really have a problem, they get help. But if we just keep it banned like it is right now, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse. Prohibition is the perfect example of this. That's what made the mafia powerful, because you banned alcohol. When you made it legal, and you taxed it, and you regulate it, the mafia gets much less powerful because they don't have a monopoly anymore. So people don't want to go to them. They want to go to official businesses. That's how you put the cartels out of business. And that's how you stop a situation where our officers are working with vicious drug cartels. So in this case, look, I don't know all the details of what he participated in, but obviously, he should be brought to justice like anybody else in a situation like this. But the long-term strategy to clean up this entire situation, legalize, tax, and regulate.